Oh, we're live. I forgot we just. I was enjoying the music so much. So today we're going to be talking about. We're going to be diving into a sea of intentions, and how those attentions creates our reality. So you decide what you want to bring into reality by the intentions that you place. Focused attention is the seed that intentions are made. So if you're ready, let me know you're ready. You ready? Let's dive in. Let's do this. Ready? I got a new thing here. Watch this. Yeah, Daddy's got a new toy. Yeah, I love it. So good. So I'm ready. I got my kefir water filled with gut helping bacteria because my attention is on my health. So by focusing my attention on health, my intent is to be healthy. And by having a healthy intent, that's going to create my the camera again. That's going to be creating my dimension. Yeah. So whatever you give attention. So whatever you give attention creates your intention. And that manifests your dimension. Your dimension could be growth. Your dimension could be a new you, the new version of you. It could be a lot of things. That's why I like that saying. And I made it up. Just saying, just throwing it out there, okay? Anyways, yeah. So whatever you give your attention. So last week I rambled on for 40 minutes. And I blame you guys because you weren't there to stop me. And I just kept going. So I'm just relying on you guys to stop me whenever it is. So it's up to you. Because I apparently have the gift for gab. And that's news for me. What a way to find out on a live stream. So last week it talked about the observer effect and how that impacts physics and how that can manifest into a lot of things and how we create that. So your attention being the observer, then creates the intention, whatever it may be. So whatever you're placing your attention on creates the intention in the mind. So the mind is a big thing. It's a big, strong muscle. And that whatever you think, you basically bring that into your life, essentially. You bring it into your life because even though it's all there, everything is there, you become more aware of it when you bring your attention to it. So the more attention you bring to it, the more that it becomes aware into your present moment. So another way to think of it in a health way is that is the placebo effect. So the placebo effect is that whatever you believe to happen in health. So if I gave you a pill, for instance, if I gave you a pill and I said this is going to cure you, whatever pain you came in with, and you trusted me and you believe that that pill's going to make it go away, it will go away. Not 100% of the time, but the symptoms are going to be reduced. So they did that a lot with morphine. They gave some people morphine and other people not, and the effects were the same. So when they do studies now, they include this effect, the placebo effect, into it because it's every time they run a study, it happens. So, if it's happening and they're including it, so it must be true, right? So health-wise, attention could be anything. Let's going to go back. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself here. So when I was younger, I believe my life sucked. It was not good. My relationship sucked. Everything about my life sucked. Um, so then that's all. Then my was attention on. Then my mind was then focused only on that. It became my intention that my life sucked. So then what would happen? I would only see things that sucked in my life. So then I became a nurse and I saw good things happen there, saw bad things, but pretty much my attention was on nursing. And then my intent on that was to help people and heal. And then that's what I did. And that's became my reality. So I really enjoyed nursing for that effect because whatever I put my attention on created my intention. And that manifested my reality or my dimension. So fast forward that to COVID, and then we all don't like COVID. I know that, and especially the healthcare professionals did not like it. So COVID actually unraveled a lot of weak spots in healthcare, and one of them being was that how they treated people in healthcare, the workers there, and from that, uh, I became disenchanted with nursing. I did not like what was happening. I did not like how it was treated. I did not like anything about it, and it sucked. So my attention was on the fact that nursing sucked. Therefore, my intent was nursing sucked. Then, therefore, I manifested everything into my life that showed me how that is true. So my mind became wired to the fact that the my intention was everything sucked. But everything changed after that in 2022. I became focused. My attention then became on myself. It became on my health, and my intent changed. So by focusing my attention on myself and how and my intention of I want to get back, I want to stop being a couch potato. I wanted to get into exercise. I wanted to do all this great stuff with my health. So my attention became focused on myself. So I focused on loving myself. I focused on that in attention on myself, and with that attention created the intention of loving myself. So then what happened? Can only imagine. Give you one guess what happened. That's right. It manifested my reality. It manifested it. My brain showed me every way possible how I could love myself. So my body ached and pained. I changed my diet, blah, 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 boom. If you want to know all that, you can go back to my video on that at my first one. And I'll tell you a whole long story about how I became vegan. And that's part of this. I focused on myself. I focused on my health. I focused on me. So by focusing on me in 2022, I was still working as a nurse. Something amazing happened during that time. So just prior, I did not like working with people. I did not like working in the environment. Then after focusing on myself and my heart in particularly, not my physical heart, but my emotional heart, I treated myself with much kindness. I really started loving myself. So it was a day at work, and then everything just opened up. I just felt this immense love that just came pouring in. And then from that day forward, everything changed for me. Everything changed. I saw things differently. My intention was differently. I love people again. I love myself. And then people around me noticed a big difference. It became giving me, compliments on how I'm, healing them and making them feel better and all that. Everything just changed. So my mind then became focused on the fact that everything then was turning out really good. So my mind then was changing to looking for things that created my attention, and my attention was loving myself. So then that's all I saw. And then it was like goodbye Charlie after that, because every day after that became a lesson in loving myself. And then other things amazing happened after that. Was that, opportunities came at me left, right, and center. I was getting uh, opportunities to leave the profession to go do something else. So I became a travel nurse. So I went up and traveled to Alberta, and I traveled up north in Ontario. I traveled everywhere. And I really enjoyed doing that very much. But then I wanted more for myself. I wanted to help more people. So my attention was then on helping more people. My attention was focusing on more people to help. That created my intention of helping more people, and here I am. Now I'm doing a live stream on health and well-being, and I'm trying to make the better place another better world. So now inside of you guys is the same process that you can happen with you. So I've had the privilege of talking to a lot of people that live around me. And one of the big problems that live around me, and probably most areas where we live, is drug addiction. Drug addiction is probably one of the most biggest problems going around. And addicted to anything, included alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, you name it, crack cocaine, it's all there. So when I talk to these people who are addicted to these hardcore substances, a lot of it becomes like a mental health thing. So where they see that their life is no good, is not worthwhile living. And so they use drugs in order to disassociate their mind from that. So that's why it's those people, some people, not all people, because you can't classify everybody in the same boat. I'm gonna have some more kefir water because my mouth's getting a little kefir dry. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So when we're talking about drug addiction, so let's say, for example, that you want to quit drinking or smoking or whatever. So if your attention is constantly on the fact that you want to quit smoking, it's actually quite an interesting scenario that happens when you do that. Because when your attention is, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit, you're quitting, right? And if you're like anything like me, you're not a quitter. So when I was quitting, or still am quitting, I changed my viewpoint. I changed my perspective on that. And what one being was that I'm not quitting, I'm letting it go. So by changing the phrase to letting it go, makes it easier to let the addictions go. So if your attention is focused on, I want to quit, and that's all you ever think about, your intent is on quitting, but your mind says then you're smoking. You're still smoking. If your intention of quitting smoking, you currently are smoking. So your mind then says smoke. So it's kind of a funny little scenario that happens. So anyways, yeah. So yeah. So instead of saying I want to quit smoking, say I'm just letting it go. I'm quitting smoking. I'm letting it go. I'm not quitting drinking. I'm letting that go. I'm just letting it go. And then don't put your mind on it. Put your mind on something else. So by focusing your attention on something else, like exercise, like for example, right? So if you focus your attention on exercise and you don't focusing on anything else, then your mind then automatically thinks and associates with exercise. So your attention becomes your intention that manifests your reality. So by focusing on exercise now, what you're doing is that you're focusing your attention on that. You're creating the intent of being healthy. You're creating the intent of letting go of certain things, but you're not focused on that. You're focused on exercise. And then what happens? You keep going to the gym, regardless of what results you see, because going to the gym, if you go there just for results, you're not going to see results. So you're going to get disenchanted. So you're going to quit sooner rather than later. And studies show that it actually takes 60 to 90 days. And then people just quit because you're not seeing results. But it should be a habit. It should be something that you incorporate in your life as a habit rather than you just going there to lose weight. You're going there to get buff. No, you're going there to get healthy. And healthy is a lifelong process. It's not just something quick and easy to fix. It's a lifelong thing. It's a journey, not a destination. So a lot of people, like myself, have included that exercise before was a destination to get ripped and buffed. And then once I achieve that, then what? Then what happens? Then you're going to quit. But then if you're not seeing the results, then you're going to quit because you're not seeing the result. It's not working for me. So then why would I continue something if it's not working? So, yeah. So your attention becomes your intention, becomes your dimension. So one of the things on the placebo effect that I like to talk about was when I was on my travel nursing duties up in Alberta. I had a young lady that came in, and then she came in for not to me, but she came in before several times over the course of months with migraines, and she said that the migraines never got better. Given the fact that we give these same medications over and over again, it never got better for her. So then when she was talking with me, what happened was that I said to her, I changed her attention. I said, today is a different day. I'm a different guy. Today it's going to go away. So I know the cocktail. I know the routine. I've done this a million times. Boom. Right? So I primed her up. I primed her mind for a positive outcome. So I gave her attention. So instead of her focusing on the migraines and how that was going to create unwell and continue to have these migraines, I created the attention of the intention that she's going to get better. And guess what happened? I gave her the medications that she had for months over the time. The migraine never went away. And then sure enough, I gave the medications. An hour later, boom, she migraine's on. She sat up, bawled her eyes out. I witnessed a miracle. It's a miracle. It really, truly is. And I cried too. So it was a very emotional time. Even though it was a migraine, but migraines can be very painful. If anybody's ever had a migraine, I don't wish that on your worst enemies. So yeah, so migraines can be very painful. And then she bawled. She said the first time she was relieved of pain. So you don't even have to do this for yourself. Other people can create this for you in your life. Your attention that creates your intention that manifests your dimension. So yeah, so it actually really speaks to the power of the mind and the belief and faith. And then trust and faith is also another big thing, but you have to believe it. You have to feel it to be true. And if you don't feel it to be true, then it's not going to be working for you. Let's say you want to change your life, you want to change jobs, you want to become your own boss. The same thing is true. What are you focusing your attention on? So if you're if you look around your life right now and you don't like what you see, you don't like what's happening in your life, you have to take a really good look at what your attention is on. What are you focusing your attention on? Is your attention on what? I don't know. I can't even think of an example. But just focus what your attention is on, and then and then see what that intention means. So you have to really think about this one. And then you can then see, you can dot the lines at your attention. Okay, I'm focused on this. My attention is that. And then this is what I see. This is my life. And then if it's not good, you can change that. And you change that by now reverse engineering it. So now you focus on what your dream is. What is your dream? If your dream is, I don't know, I can't even think of it, a financial dream, whatever, you want to be a great stock trader, for example, right? So, and then if you've tried over and over and over again, or you haven't tried, but you still want to do it, you want to make money, okay? So if your end goal is making money, then you have to follow what your intention would be. What would be your intention? How would you do that? How would you make the money? How would you get around to making that money? It could be stock trading, it could be doing what I'm doing, you could be, carpentry, whatever, plumbing, doesn't matter. Going into for your business for yourself can be risky, but it also can be very rewarding as well. So then you see what your intention would be, and then you will then focus your attention on creating that. And that will be in your day in and your day out. And that's what you'll do. You focus your attention on creating your intention that will manifest your dream. And that's basically it. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah. So the mind only sees what your intention is, right? So if you're in, so whatever your attention's on, that's all the things your mind's going to see, and that's what the mind's going to show you over and over and over again. It's going to keep showing you that. So if you want to change your life, change your focus, change your attention. That will create your intention. So if video games is what you want to do, and that's how you want to make money, you can do that. There's lots of live streamers who actually make money doing that. So yeah, it's another thing too. You can create your attention. If your attention is playing video games all the time, create that into attention of being a live streamer. So then what you do, then what you love doing becomes the intention, and that manifests into, creating a life that you love. And that's basically all we want to do, right? Is create a life that we love. All right. So I don't have anything planned for next week, but I do have something planned on October 9th. And I have a special guest coming in who's going to be talking about her own life journey with all her journey becoming a shaman and all the struggles that she went through. And I can't wait to get talking with her. But yeah, so that's on October 9th. It's not a Friday stream, and that will be at 10 a.m. rather than Eastern time because she's in another country. So yeah, super excited about that. It's going to be a great thing. And I didn't go over. I stuck to my 30 minutes. Oh wait, yeah, there was 5 minutes before that, so even better. Yeah. So yeah, attention equals intent, and attention equals intention recreates your dimension, and that's it. All right, boys and girls, drinking my kefir water. Cheers to y'all. I'm out. Now I got to figure out how to do that. Wait, watch this. This is gonna be great. Okay, bye.